Is this how the Warriors are going to look next season? Hey, do you want to win a PS5 with Madden NFL 21 and NBA 2K21? We'll be announcing the winner as soon as they come out, so be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. So with the Golden State Warriors trending over the last couple of weeks due to superstars rumored to want to team up with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson for next season, it looks like some news surrounding Dwight Howard coming to the Warriors has just been released. The Warriors have needed a big man for years. It's clearly the missing piece in their dynasty. Even though they've been successful without one, imagine the damage they're going to do with Dwight on their side. LeBron is going to be pissed. Not only are the Warriors going to stop the Lakers from going back-to-back, but they're going to stop LeBron from winning a championship, this time in the Western Conference Finals. This is literally going to be the fourth time the Warriors stop LeBron from winning a ring. I can't imagine how much he hates the Warriors at this point in his career. They're going to be trying their hardest to sign Dwight Howard. The Lakers already have two big men in Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee. Why would they need a third one? They should open up their cap space and sign some more guards and perimeter shooters because that's what they need. Signing someone like Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, or Victor Oladipo would be a blessing for Laker fans. KCP and Danny Green have been the most inconsistent players I have ever witnessed. They just aren't going to cut it next season when the Lakers are going to have to go up against the Warriors in the playoffs. It would be a terrible move by the Lakers GM to resign Dwight. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy Dwight finally got a ring, but he simply won't be worth it for the Lakers. Their team is already filled with big men that can take the ball inside. There's no need to keep him around for next season. You know what team is in need of big men though? The Warriors. They have the guards, and a solid center like Dwight would be the ultimate key piece for the Warriors' 2021 playoff run. With a healthy Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, the Golden State Warriors fully expect to become title contenders once again. If they're going to do that, however, they'll have to make wise moves this offseason with both free agency and with the number 2 pick in this month's draft. The Warriors have top-heavy talent at guard and on the wings with the big three alongside Andrew Wiggins, so the most glaring position of need is at center. Though 7'1" Memphis big man James Wiseman is one of the draft's top prospects with incredible upside, Golden State is unlikely to take a center with Marquees Chris last season being their center at the starting lineup, but he has his flaws, and don't get me wrong, everyone has flaws, but he has many flaws playing the center position. There's no way he can play at a championship level with Steph and Klay. Dwight Howard completed his redemption arc with the Lakers this season. After being the most scrutinized professional athlete in Los Angeles for nearly a decade, Howard returned to the Lakers last summer and helped them get back to the promised land, where he won his first ever NBA championship. You can't script it better than that. However, it appears Howard is ready for his Hollywood story to come to an end and join the almighty Golden State Warriors. According to league sources, Howard, who is an unrestricted free agent this fall, has interest in signing with the Warriors. Last summer, Howard agreed to sign a non-guaranteed contract with the Lakers that didn't become fully guaranteed until January. It should go without saying, but Howard won't be signing any non-guaranteed contracts this offseason. Not only did Howard prove that he's still physically able to provide minutes for a contending team, but he also showed that he's willing to do whatever it takes to help his team win. For example, in the postseason, Howard went from playing 15 total minutes in the Western Conference semifinals to starting the final 2 games of the Western Conference Finals and the first 5 games in the NBA Finals. He took on every challenge that was thrown at him with 0 complaints. Imagine the damage the Warriors could do with this kind of talent on their side. The Warriors should already be scheduling the 2021 championship parade as we speak. They're gonna be unstoppable. For those same reasons though, the Lakers likely won't be able to sign Howard for the veterans minimum again. Money isn't expected to be the gap between the Lakers and their negotiations though. The Lakers have 2 exceptions, the mid-level exception and biannual exception, that they can dip into to re-sign Howard. Howard's role is where things have the potential to get dicey. The Lakers currently only have 1 center under contract for next season, JaVale McGee, who completely fell out of Frank Vogel's rotation in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs because of how effective Anthony Davis was at the center position. Whether Davis likes it or not, he'll play some center next season too. In addition to Davis, Howard might have to go against Demarcus Cousins for playing time. The Lakers waived Cousins in February, but they've kept an open line of communication with him through Davis, who reportedly called Cousins after Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Health permitting, Cousins will likely get another look from the Lakers next season. One possible solution to that problem would be for the Lakers to trade JaVale McGee, but the Warriors might still have Howard's interest if they promise him the starting job. Howard's free agency saga might not be 2013 all over again, but it will definitely be worth monitoring. With Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson coming back this season, Dwight Howard is actually really interested in joining the Warriors as he does think he has a good chance at winning another NBA championship. Dwight Howard has actually mentioned in the past he would love to play alongside Curry and Thompson, also known as the Splash Brothers. The Golden State Warriors will need to address the center position in the offseason. Kevon Looney is a serviceable big man but hasn't been able to stay healthy throughout his career. Marquees Chris came along nicely last season and should be a part of the rotation next year. General Manager Bob Myers will have to get creative if he wants to bring in a solid center. The Dubs have the mid-level exception to work with and will have some intriguing options on the open market. Dwight Howard, Marc Gasol, Hassan Whiteside, Aaron Baines, and Robin Lopez are all due to become free agents this offseason. Warriors fans, who are you taking out of this group of centers if you were the Warriors front office? If you didn't say Dwight Howard, rethink your entire existence because Howard is going to be the one to help bring home the Warriors another championship for the 2021 NBA season. The Warriors could bring Howard in on a one-year deal and insert him into the starting lineup. He is still an effective rim protector and still has some pop left in his offensive game. If Myers wants to look at a short-term option at the 5, Howard would be a great fit. Questions about Howard's maturity have been answered during the season. With the veteran presence of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, Howard has fit in nicely. He would be in a similar position with the Dubs because Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green are on the roster. Golden State's best lineups during their run of recent successes have always come without a traditional center. But the team still needs to have some options at the 5. Rolling with Marquees Chris as the starting center may not be ideal for a team looking to contend for a title. Having shown a willingness to accept a lesser role than he had been used to, Howard would effectively be replicating what JaVale McGee did during his 2 years with the Warriors. McGee's rebounding and rim protection were invaluable at times. Prying Howard away from the Lakers may not be easy though, as it would take some smart offseason moves from the Warriors GM to solidify a guaranteed ring for their franchise next season as they had been doing before their loss to the Toronto Raptors back in the 2019 finals. Howard has had sort of a revival of his career in 2019 to 2020 with the Los Angeles Lakers. Despite playing a career-low 18.9 minutes per game, Howard is still a defensive stalwart at the center position. Through the regular season, the 8-time All-Star put up stellar averages of 7.5 points and 7.3 rebounds in those limited minutes. Howard's minutes have been a bit more sporadic in the playoffs because of the matchups, but he played a crucial role against the Denver Nuggets in the Lakers' successful efforts against Nikola Jokic. Seeing that Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are going to be healthy next season, the Warriors are confident they can return to the playoffs. They also have Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green, plus the number 2 pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, which could be used as a trade piece. Given the state of the current roster, Golden State is searching for a center who can defend and rebound for them. Even though Howard turns 35 years old in December, he fits exactly what the Warriors are looking for. Not to mention, with Golden State not having much money to work with, Howard could likely be had for relatively cheap. Although, as I mentioned earlier, he did end up winning a championship with the Lakers to finally acquire his first ring, there are actually multiple reasons that do point to Dwight Howard signing with the Golden State Warriors for this next upcoming season. There are multiple players such as LeBron could use for guards in the league going into free agency. Steve Kerr has also said earlier the team is looking to make their team more athletic and big so they don't get bodied by a team like the Lakers. What better player than Dwight Howard to help with this problem? Howard signing with the Warriors would be great for Warriors fans. The downside would be Howard's contract. As we all know, Howard is entering his late and veteran years in the NBA, and of course he isn't as dominant as he used to be, which will lead him to not getting as much money from teams he decides to sign with because of his growing age. Of course, this is a major downside for Howard, but there's honestly nothing he can do about this situation. If anything, he should be happy he's still in the league since he's been bounced around from team to team for the last decade. With that being said, he will be needing to take another pay cut just like he did with the Lakers, but a low contract in a huge league like the NBA is still guaranteed at least a couple $1 million. Not only that, but he can do multiple sponsorship deals that the team can set up for him. But not having to pay so much money for a player like Dwight Howard is a steal for the Warriors. Let me know what you guys think Dwight Howard should do in the comment section down below. Should he resign with the Lakers, or should he take his talents to the almighty Golden State Warriors? Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.